levels. I want you guys to show me on your trading view, like them marked up. I want you to show me how, explain to me why, explain to me where you decided to start your trend and so forth, okay? But we want to look for the 61.8%. Jason, every single, so the 61.8% is one of the strongest support and resistance levels of fib levels. That is the most popular and most used by traders. That one, and then also the 161.8 as well is like also a really strong level. And they're all important levels though. So none of them are more important than the other, you guys. But basically what it's saying is it's the next target. So like it's the next point of target, or it is the next area, depending if price breaks on which side of the fib level, okay? So if price breaks below this fib level down here, then maybe we think price is going to come down back to the 61.8 level. If price breaks again, the 6.1.8 level, maybe we think it's going to retrace back to the 5.0 level. And there are certain levels like the 50, oh, sorry, 5.0, what? 50%. Geez Louise. The 50% level is for some reason, it's not an official Fibonacci level, but in trading, I tend to see lots of entanglement and trend reversals happening at the 50% level. And obviously, you guys backtest this, try it on your own, use it in demo if you're not comfortable, just to see for yourself how the Fibonacci levels work. And when you see price break a level, then assume it's going to go at least to the next level. But on a daily time frame, you're not going to be, that's swing. You know that like that's going to take a long time. So obviously that's why we like to mark up more levels even on the smaller time frames, and we can use it with scalping entries as well. Okay, so and we can apply it as well as the other tools that we use with scalping. Okay. Anything that's going to give you a better idea of what's happening with the market and where price may be going potentially is helpful. Anything that you can learn to be able to better your trading and give you a better picture, better idea, may have you be able to read the chart in a different way or in a more detailed way. Anything along those lines are going to be helpful with your trading. So it doesn't matter what strategy you use, anything that helps you read the charts better and understand it better is going to be helpful. Okay. I'm going to stop there because I just am. Let's go down to the smaller time frames. Okay, so because the 4 hour is, I mean, we could do this. Let's do it. Why not? I'm trying to see. Okay, so if I wanted to mark the Fibonacci levels from the 4 hour, the most recent trend line from the 4 hour is what? This downtrend, right? Because this one's bigger, I kind of want to show you guys this first, this uptrend, because then I want to show you how it applies to this downtrend, okay? So let's do this. We're going to start with this uptrend. I'm starting at the support that I see. This was kind of like a fake out. I feel like this was a really strong level. And then this was kind of like extra bank manipulation that happened. But if you guys see this level, it's so weird because if you guys look at my actual charts, that same level I have marked up like as a very strong level. Let me see. if I can show you guys. Okay, so see this? This is on my 4 hour. Oh wait, this is my US 30. Let's go to NAS. Well, it's the same thing. Okay, my NAS, this wasn't my same NAS. I would have to go to a different layout to show you my most recent NAS chart. But basically this looks pretty similar on the US 30, but you guys can see like a strong support area and then that same little like down thing. And I called it a fake out because I saw a really strong support level up here. But you know, there's also a support level on the left right here. That's too messy. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, so this is like a really strong support to me, like this. But since the fib level's there, maybe I'll start it right here. Like when this broke above from that red situation right here. Here, let me hide this so I can show you what I mean. Let's zoom in. All right, so price went sideways right here. So when price broke is when the trend started. So actually, I'm not going to start it from down here. I'm going to start it from right here. Do you guys agree with me or do you want me to start it from down here? What do you guys think? Should we start the fib level for this uptrend at 12,722 or should we start it at the fib level? Sure, go for it. Oh my gosh, I can't. So funny. But always like, what is that, please? Kill zone is about the 50% level zone on like a monthly or daily time frame. Okay, usually. It's where price is either had like a really strong support level before that turned into, once price broke that level, that strong support level, it became a resistance level and then continued to become a really strong resistance level. Those are kill zones. Yeah, I'm going to put it where the trend starts. All right. Okay, so I'm going to start it right here because this is where it broke this sideways trend. Okay. Oh, whoa. That's not what I meant to do. All right. This is where this sideways, this is a double bottom. So we knew price was about to go up right here. So I could start it down here or right here. Let's just start it where the fib is. Okay, let's go. Let's break even. All right. And I'm going to do it right here. And it's almost exactly level to our daily time frame fib level, you guys. If I continued this, the only reason I didn't is because we started going sideways. And this higher high isn't high enough to me. So this is the same area. This is the same. Nothing is perfect. Everything is an area. It's a vicinity. It's not like on the dot, you guys, but it's in the vicinity. Always like if you guys go on luck session, he'll tell you the same thing. It's not, these lines aren't, he doesn't even use the lines because some educators say like, they don't think this suffices. They want it to cover an area. So that's why they will use like a little box or something and for a support and resistance line instead of a line. All right. So anyways, so here's our 4 hour uptrend on the left, uptrend before this downtrend, uptrend fib levels. We're going to mark them up. And if you guys notice, what do you guys notice when I mark up this fib level? What do you guys notice? Is there anything you guys notice? Is there anything you just noticed when I marked that up? So You guys, we use the lowest point of the trend and the highest point of the trend. The reason why I didn't start it down here was because this is a sideways market right here, you guys. So I basically marked it where price broke for the buy. And also I decided to mark, I could have done it a little higher. I could have done it like right here. Like say I did it right here. Okay. Then it would just be a little different. But for me, what do you guys think? Which one do you like better? They're very similar. It's very similar. Like I said, it's the vicinity, the same vicinity. But yeah, let's do the first one. It lined up perfectly. That first one, you guys, that's why I loved it so much, is because it seriously lined up perfectly. Look at this. It wicks out exactly on the fib levels. Like these levels match up so nicely that I like this one a lot. All right. So that's why I decided to just start it on the 7-8.6 of the daily fib level. Okay. Because it's already a level that we're using from the daily. So it just makes sense. Okay. Why do I have two lines right here? I don't know. Delete. All right. So now I'm going to mark these ones. I'm going to write on these ones. Okay. So I can do, like, you can label, like, so you know this is from the 4-hour Fibs. Okay. And sometimes I won't label and then I'll forget. So it is a good thing to label. I'll be like, wait, which fib level was this again? Then I'll have to remeasure everything. Like that was pointless. What does that say? I can 038.2. So these are all of these numbers that we're using, remember, are the same exact numbers that we get by dividing the first number of the sequence to the second number, and then the first number of the sequence to the third number, and the first number of the sequence to the fourth number, and so forth. Oh my gosh, what did I just do? 50%. I'm sorry, this is taking me so long. I should have templates on this, and I should be saving them right now. Too late. $60. And just so you guys know, if you guys do want to save these as a template, I'll just show you, like, if you write this in and you want to save it for the future so you don't have to type it out like every single one like I just did, just do it one time and then press, when you're typing it afterwards, before you press OK, press template and then press save as. And then just, I know this is going to take a while the first time you do it, like, because you have to like label each one of these, but then you can label for our 7-8.6, you know, and then for the future, you don't need to just type it. And then this is like very, very similar to the other 100, but I'm still going to mark it, even though it's a little bit different. That was before price went down and then stopped making. I mean, I guess it didn't make a lower low. So this would technically still be the exact same. Okay, so I'm just going to delete this. It didn't really make a lower low. We kind of hit right here and it bounced up. So if it went lower than this low, then I would have counted that. So because of that, I'm going to move this slightly. And you guys, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's definitely like a very, very good idea of what's happening. It gives you a pretty good picture, okay? All right, so we see once we hit the 100, right? Price started bouncing up and down, ranging. And then when did we make a lower low? When price broke this area right here, right? So it's basically when price broke right here, we made a lower low. I'm going to mark this up just because I'm do a really thin line because that's where price broke, and that's where I'm going to start my fib for the downtrend. Okay. All right, guys. So now I'm going to draw from high to low. We're swinging high to low. All right. All right. Well, we have this weird little situation right here, but then we came right back up to the same point and we dropped again. All right. And this is almost exact. And I just moved my fib levels a little, so you guys get the picture. It's literally like almost perfect. Where this wick like bounced off of that 23.6, literally. Okay, so if you see price bouncing off of a fib level, what do you think? It's going to go up, right? Or if you see it rejecting off of a fib level from the, instead of like that's, if it's not going to break through a fib level, then what are we going to do? We think it's going to go down, right? Whoa, what just happened? Okay, so I'm going to draw this to here. And again, it's almost exactly perfect to this other one right here. And then we're going to have some more added because this is a smaller trend. This is a way smaller trend. And because I already made some 4 hours, I'm going to keep these really thin, but I just wanted to show you guys like how they react towards each other. Okay. All right. So basically, when did we see that there was like a little uptrend in the middle of this downtrend? When did that happen? When do we see that happen? When price did what? And remember earlier, I said that around the 50%, I tend to notice sometimes that price reverses. It doesn't matter how long for, but we're on the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, this was a long time actually. Let's see, rejected off the 50. Oh, okay, you guys, wait, pull the fibs backwards. Natalie, what do you mean? Unmute your mic so you can explain what your question is. I pulled, oh wait, did I do it wrong? I think I did, you guys. I think I did.
Well, that's what confused me because you took it off. You had it like the first time you did it and it was like really small. And then you pulled it backwards and I was like, wait, why'd she do that?
Wait, hold on. I'm just going to redo that fib level, you guys. Hold on. Because I don't know. Maybe I did do something wrong. Okay. You guys, I did do it wrong. I did it backwards because we're in a downtrend. So we're swinging from the high to the low. That was what I did wrong. All right. But actually, I'm going to change this to start from where the trend broke for the sell, which is right here. We could do it right there. Let's see. Right there is good. All right. And you guys can change your settings to have the numbers on the left or the right. I like them on the left just because it keeps my right free so I can write other things, like type other things and stuff. I move mine to the left, but yours will be on the right. Your numbers, I think like the standard way Fibs are set up are on the right. All right, so I'm just gonna mark these levels up really quick, but it's the same thing. So, but let me adjust this really quick because I want this to match up perfectly. I mean, it's a guesstimate. This is where price broke, I guess, right here. Right there is where price broke. All right, but look at this, you guys. Let me mark this up really quick. That's like very similar, super close. I'm still on the 4 hour. We haven't gone to lower time frames yet. And I know this is a long class. Thanks for bearing with me, you guys. I hope we're learning stuff. And this is almost like exactly to the other fib lines as well. All right, so you guys, we have price. Yes, Natalie said it. You had it right. Price came down, broke right here. We had price going sideways right here. We see this and then broke for the sell, down. We stalled over this fib level right here. Have a little bit of wicks. We're hanging out, playing, drop, break through that fib level, down through this next fib level, down through this next fib level. So imagine we take this as a break. We're saying, okay, our trend is starting now. So I can sell, right? If the trend is about to change and you want to sell, what will your target be? You can make your targets be the previous trend lines fib levels if you want. All right, you guys. All right, so, oh, hi. So we break, and then we want to take profit at this next fib level, this 4 hour 78.60, right? And then we want to put our take profit at the next fib level, which is going to be our 61.8 fib level. Around the 61.8 fib level is when price usually starts to reverse or starts to have rejection, okay? That's why it's a popular trend level, or it's a popular fib level to look for, is because it's when there's some entanglement, we have some trend changes in the midst of a trend, okay? Okay, so, and that's exactly what happened. And once we drew the fib levels of the completed trend, we saw that price actually did reject off of a 50%, which is not a real fib level. But we see that once we drew our fib levels of this downtrend, we wouldn't have seen that or known that from looking at the fib levels on the left, because that, like we said, they're right here. So all of those numbers are right here. But what we do know that we hit the 618 and we dropped past that. But what did we have? A bullish engulfing candle right back up through the 618. And then we had some price entanglement, right? So then we actually changed price or changed trend for a little bit to a mini uptrend. Back up directly to, look at this, you guys, look at this, directly to the 78.6 level. Look at that. Like, that is how perfect fib levels are. Like, it's insane. It's crazy when it works out like that. Like, look at that. So you could set that as your target. okay? You see price rejecting off of this exact level, maybe you want to enter into a buy because you see price rejecting off of that fib level and it's a strong fib level. So put your target where? At the next fib level, 78.60. And there we go. That's where it hit. Price rejected then off of that fib level. Rejected, wicked, it did not break, it did break. So that could be a fake out, but we see these wicks on the upside, you guys, and we know like once price starts making this, you know, lower low right here, we had a drop right past through that 78.6 level. So then it again hit the 61.8 level. And this time, instead of rejecting off of it, it broke it, right? So basically, if you guys think about this in a different perspective, you could think about this like from a daily perspective as a break and retest, okay? So you could think of this that uptrend, which this is a huge uptrend because we're on the high timeframes, you guys. This uptrend was huge on the smaller timeframes, especially with indices. So we could think of it also as a break and retest, but you can still profit on that little uptrend using those as your target. But knowing from a larger perspective that this broke these levels and broke with a full break of closed candle on the other side, then maybe we think, okay, maybe this is a retest for another drop. And that's exactly what happened. We dropped down all the way back down to that 4 hour instead of in that 4 hour 61.8. Instead of rejecting, we broke right through it down right to the exact 50% level. You guys, what? Look at this. And this is where we start having another rejection, right? And trend change. It's crazy. It really is crazy. Like what happens? We have rejection right off of the 50. It's insane. So we go past it the first time, but this is just where we're having entanglement, right? This is like where we know we're having price is going to, if it rejects, what's your next target? Rejects, what's your next target? Flies through, what's your next target? Rejects, what's your next target? Flies through, what's your next target? Does that make sense to everybody? Drop a 777 if this makes sense. Awesome. I know I'm going into super like extensive, long, annoying details with this, but it's just like, it really all makes sense when you think about it. And all of these levels are applied to all of the timeframes and any size trend. It really doesn't matter. But the bigger the time frame, the more applicable the trend, the fib levels. Okay. Please feel free to annoy me. I need to learn. Okay, cool. All right, guys. So let's see. That's basically, I'm going to go down to a couple smaller time frames and we can go from there. Okay, so I'm going down to the hour. All right. And you guys, these trends are the same on the hour. So I'm not going to draw anymore. It's going to be too many lines on the hour. But let's go down to the 30-minute. Okay. We see some mini trends. All right. So we can do this low to this. I mean, this, let me say, I'm getting tired. This high to this low, or we do down to this low down here, or this low down here, where there was kind of like a support created, like a bowl situation. I see a strong support down here. So I think I'm going to start it down here. I mean, end it down here. Okay. Before I do that, let me delete this. Right. All right, let's do it right there. Okay. And do you see again how these lines are matching up so nicely? It's beautiful. So you guys, with this uptrend, what do you guys think just by looking at this? Do you guys think that when the market opens, do you guys think the NAS is going to go up or down? Just from looking at the Fibs, and let's see if we're right once the market opens, okay? Yes, I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree, you guys. I so agree. So yes, I do think it will. I do think because we already flew through this 50%, I think the next level that the Fibs are going to hit is this 4 hour 618 level. I agree. And look at that. The levels that we just made on the 30-minute time frame line up almost perfectly with the 38.20 fib level on the 30-minute time frame fib level. Mind blown, you guys. It's almost perfect. I know, I'm like so annoying. Okay. I mean, I think we've gone over this pretty well. I think we've done a really good job. And again, we're on the 30-minute, but you guys can go all the way down. You guys can do this on every time frame. All right. So like you could do this little 5-minute trend right here. When price broke, low to high. And then do that and use these targets for scalping targets. Use your Bollinger Band and your stochastic for your entries and use these for your targets. Is everybody taking notes? Please make sure you're taking notes. Make sure you're understanding this and make sure that when you guys are practicing, you're using this, and make sure you're sending me your guys' results, and make sure you get this on your chart, mark up some fib levels, and get ready for next week because I will be asking some people to show me their charts. Does anyone have any questions before we end?